Hey guys, pretty freaking tired today. My grandma fell, broke her hip. I literally had to carry her to my car and take her to the hospital. She just finished out her surgery, so she's good. But the reason I want to make a video is I want to tell you guys the biggest lesson I've learned, or I should say one of the biggest lessons I've learned, is whatever decision you end up whatever you end up making, make sure it's something that you decide for yourself. Because a few years ago, I had to make a big decision. And honestly, every time I had a big decision to make, I would always go to the people who I looked up to and ask for the advice. And I just always end up doing what they thought was best. But at the end of the day is like, for example, with me, I can't tell you guys what to do. All I can do is give you an example of my life, and hopefully you guys use that as an example and for yourself, and try to come up with a solution for your problems. Because one thing I'm learning is you can't tell people what to do, but you can give them advice. And the way I do that is by listening and then just letting them reflect on their own, discussion that they're trying to make out, so I can try to make them aware of it. That's what I'm learning too. But let me be more clear. For example, since I moved over here, every decision I've made it myself. Everybody has told me, that I was making the wrong decision for everything. When I had my part-time job, and I was offered that job that's an hour away into the big city, people were telling me I was making a mistake. But I was curious. I wanted to know if I could make it out there, which I did. But I never lived in the city, so I was very curious. And after being there for almost a year, it's just not my thing. It's just so overcrowded, so many people, so much traffic. You got your morning traffic, lunch traffic, afternoon traffic, and then your after work traffic. It was just insane. There's never any parking. I mean, it sucked. I was miserable. I hated it, and I knew I was gonna be happy there. So I quit that job. So the same people telling me I was making a mistake going to that job when I told I was gonna quit, the same people told me I was making a mistake leaving that job. So that's when I kind of found out that they have no idea what the hell they're talking about. So every decision I've made is because of myself, and I feel like that's why I've been able to be happy, because I've been making the right choices. I like my job. It's not stressful at all. It's super easy compared to what I was doing before. It's half the commute I was doing at the big city for an hour, and I get paid the same. So it is awesome. I'm not stressing out. My point though is, with the big decisions, always make it yourself. I know we tend to be very insecure and we don't trust ourselves, and we always think we're gonna make the wrong decision. But I feel like not making the decision yourself is gonna be a regret you will have. Because I know I sure as hell do. I can't help but wonder, if I didn't take that person's advice and I went with what I wanted to do, I wonder what would have happened, where would my life be at. But at the end of the day, I stopped thinking like that, because if that would have happened, I feel like I wouldn't be who I am today. And I am grateful for all the shit I've been through. It has not been easy. It's been very difficult. But if you can make it through, you gain such wisdom, such knowledge you end up becoming. And I sure as hell appreciate life way more than I ever did my whole entire life. I sure as hell enjoy it way more. Even the little things, man. I know I sound stupid, but you big time learn to enjoy life, because at the end of the day, we're all gonna die. And what I want to do is try to live life I know I sound stupid, to the fullest, but not, I always hated that. Life is short, live life to the fullest, live every day like it's your last. But it's like, we really can't do that. We have a job, we gotta go to work, we gotta pay bills, so you can't really do that. So what I try to do, I try to plan it out. Like right now, I'm paying off my debt, saving up money so I can go travel, so I can live my life to the fullest while being in a budget. Because let's be real, if all of us were living our life like it was our last, like, we wouldn't be going to fucking work, we'd be traveling, we'd be doing this and that, we'd be doing all that. But at the end of the day, we do need money, and we don't have it. But my best advice right now I could give you, make sure the biggest decisions you have to make, consider other people's advice. But at the end of the day, when it comes to a choice and a decision, make sure it's yours and not somebody else's. Because I've learned so much a lot, and I finally know all those choices I was making, I was right all along. And I feel like the reason why I have this job is because of the choices I made, is because I don't look at it as mistakes. Because I went to the city, I learned this isn't for me. I went to another job where I found it sucked. The principal there made it seem like it was so great, but it fucking sucked. But I started thinking, I was like, well, the good jobs are going to be taken because people love it there. So the good jobs are going to be rare to find, but they are out there. A lot of people said they thought I was looking for an easy job. I'm not looking for an easy job. I was just looking for a non-stressful job so I can go back to school and get my shit together. That's all I was doing. But people never understood. So if somebody doesn't understand, don't even waste your breath trying to explain yourself to them. As long as you know what you're doing or you're trying to figure out, then that's all that matters, dude. I went quiet for a long time. I stopped even using social media because, I had to figure out who I am, what I want to do, what I'm trying to accomplish, and what makes me happy. These are such huge questions that you can't figure out in a matter of days or months. It took me almost 2 years to finally figure it out, and it was through trial and error. You can't figure shit out without doing anything, and I feel like a lot of people do that. They expect it's gonna come knocking on the door, but it's not. I went from job, so many different jobs. I just kept working, putting in work, and I was able to finally find one. It took me 2 years, but it was worth it. Now I'm not stressed, and I feel like I have more of an opportunity here than any other job I had. And I'm not gonna stop. I still have a lot to do. I still want to do a lot. I want to accomplish a lot. I've been thinking about death a lot lately. I'm not gonna lie, a lot. But I'm trying to use it as motivation to get my shit together and get shit done. Cause time's ticking. You never know when's gonna be your last. I honestly don't even know if I'm gonna live to be old. But just in case I do want to be ready for retirement. My coworkers are they're 70 and they're still working because they can't retire. I mean, there's so much, man, so much. But I want to start slimming down my videos because I just talk too damn much. I just have a lot to say, and I know I need to make more videos. It's just so I'll figure it out, figure something out. But again, appreciate you guys watching, man. And dude, if you guys ever need someone to talk to, bro, hit me up, man. My IG link is at the bottom. Go ahead and shoot me a DM, and we'll talk. Because I've been there. I fucking been there. So I know exactly what you guys are going through. If you guys ever need someone just to talk to, man, hit me up. I'm always here for you guys because you guys were there for me. So appreciate you guys watching, man. See you guys later. Peace.